I'm Chris.
And I'm Ethan.
And this is a Highlander review.
And we got some brown Shugga.
Brown Shugga.
Chris likes his brown Shugga.
Yeah, we got us an assortment of craft brews from a local store here that we get all our craft brews from. And, we're going to go ahead and go through and review them all for you guys. Not in this video, but yeah. Anyway, this is Lagunitas Brown Shugga. Sweet release ale. Looks kind of interesting.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It's in the store.
I've actually heard of beers being brewed with like a brown sugar type in their recipe.
I wish we knew if they did or not. They didn't really give much for a
there's not
description, really.
Yeah, there's not any ingredients or anything on the bottle. It's got a funny little saying around the label in fine print. Camera's not really picking it up very well. You can kind of see it's above that black line. Anyway, it says cultured brewery yeast is akin to feeding raw shark to your gerbil. It is unlikely to ever occur in nature. And then it's got some along the side here as well. Without human intervention, and it looks weird besides. But it has happened and now it's too late.
And they also got one on the other side. We believe the special ale is something unique, feeding brown cane sugar to otherwise. So maybe, yeah, brown cane sugar's in there, I guess. That's what I get from that.
This is a 9.9% alcohol by volume. Quite a high alcohol content, I'd say. From the bottle, it actually looks filtered. There's no little floaties or anything in it. So the bottle.
I'd like to see Ted take down a 6-pack of this.
Oh man. As a matter of fact, I don't know if you'd like to, but I'd like to do a little shout out to Ted Barris and thank him for letting us actually talk on his beer time with Ted.
Definitely.
On his Christmas beer time with Ted. Thank you from Highlander Herps, Ted. Just in case you watch this.
Yeah, I really loved that call. That was a fun little thing. Even though you couldn't hear me on the video for some reason. But whatever. It was cool. I liked it.
Alright. Nothing much to see on the bottle. So we'll go ahead and get right to it. We'll get to the pour. Tell you about the aroma. We'll see what kind of aroma we get out of the bottle here. Hoppy.
Yeah, it does have a nice hoppy smell.
It's quite hoppy out of the bottle.
Definitely.
Not really sweet smelling at all.
Reminds me of that hot juice brew.
Yeah, it's very hoppy.
Wow.
Give it a pour. Check out the color. It's definitely an ale. It's not as clear as I thought it was going to be. Got a pretty good head. We'll see if it sticks or laces later on. It's got good carbonation. It's carbonating quite well.
Still got that smell out of the bottle. A little bit more.
I'm getting sweet tones.
Yeah, sweet tones.
I'm getting some sweet tones off of it now. It opened up a little bit.
Yeah, I like that.
The head is actually staying. It's not really dissipating very well, as you can see. It's got a nice golden brown color. I can't say what kind of a brown that is. A bronze. We'll call that a bronze.
Like cane sugar.
I'm guessing the sugar.
Raw cane sugar?
I'm guessing the brown sugar would give it its color, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a pretty good looking brew, actually. This is probably the lighter side of what we like to try, actually. So, this might be right up our alley.
Let's try it.
Alright. Cheers.
Definitely get a sweet taste It's got the ale and kind of a hoppy bitterness that turns into like a sweet aftertaste.
I get a little bit of the sweetness up front and a lot of the hoppiness. It's not like a real big punch. There's a lot of hoppiness there, and then the sweet back end is very predominant.
And you got some nice carbonation coming up in your carbonation.
It's nicely carbonated. It really is. It's a pretty good brew if you like a hoppy brew. And you get kind of that sweet note too.
Yeah, very sweet. I'm not a huge fan on the sweet flavors.
It's interesting. It's different.
Sweet release. That's a perfect description, actually.
It's definitely different. We'll go ahead and categorize this. It's not an IPA, but I would definitely say it is borderline on that hoppy flavor, though.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely a lot hoppier than some other ales. I'd say it's pretty good. On a scale of 1 to 10 on color and everything, and it is lacing quite well, as you can see. I'm going to give it an 8.
Overall appearance, smell.
I'd say, even though the sweetness does come through whenever they advertise, brown sugar, you're thinking like, super sweet.
Yeah.
And it's not super sweet, so it kind of left me wanting a little more sweetness, even though you don't really think sweetness whenever you think
As
of
an
a beer.
overall appearance and look and what they advertise, I'm gonna have to say probably like a 7. I was expecting more of a sugary taste, to be honest.
Yeah, me too.
But
I'm like a
other than that, I would say it looks great. It smells great.
Unlike the flavor scale, it's actually pretty good. I'd probably give it an 8 as well, just simply based on the fact that it isn't as sweet as I thought it was going to be.
As a flavor scale, I would go, I don't know. I think I can give him an 8. It was pretty much, in a way, what I expected, and I got to be a little fair, considering I don't really prefer sweeter beers or ales, whatever. So I'll be fair and give it an 8 as an overall taste.
Yep, for a hoppy beer, that's pretty good. I'd give it a shot if you could try to find it. Yeah, go ahead and give them another shot of that bottle.
Brown Shugga.
Yep, it's
sweet release.
It's brewed in Lagunitas Brewing Company at Petaluma, California. So
God knows where that is.
those of you out in California, you can probably find it a lot easier than we can here in Iowa. Luckily, we have a store that provides these craft brews for us, so we can somewhat get what's out there. So, yeah, go out and give it a try. Pretty good stuff.
All right, you guys have a good one.